A ruined city survives one beast attack, then the true monster arrives. Spoilers ahead for this Chinese manhua. The wider story follows a man reborn as a willow tree in a world where spirit energy returns, creatures mutate, and survival becomes a constant evolutionary struggle. For this stretch, the focus shifts away from the tree itself and into the aftermath of a brutal beast horde attack. A panda-like warrior returns to a broken settlement, only to find frightened survivors, missing children, and a monster threat still moving through the ruins. The danger begins against a snowy mountain backdrop, where the panda-like warrior reflects on how frightening humans and cities can be. That thought is quickly matched by violence. A red-haired beast woman appears near a lion-like creature, and a small panda-like companion or child is chased into panic. The red-haired woman urges someone to run, but the lion-like beast lunges before anyone can settle the situation. A heavy impact erupts, making it clear this is not a harmless wilderness encounter. The scene sets the mood for the rest of the disaster. Beasts are moving aggressively, the weak are being hunted, and even those who understand the wild are being forced into sudden defensive choices. After that first burst of danger, the focus shifts to a city or settlement that has already been smashed by a beast horde. Buildings are broken, streets are cracked, smoke hangs over the ruins, and the panda-like warrior returns to find the place far worse than he expected. A surviving boy sees him and reacts with relief, as if the warrior's arrival is the first sign that help might still exist. But relief does not erase the damage. The boy is hurt, terrified, and still warning about a monster. The warrior tries to steady him and understand what happened, while the ruins around them show that the attack was not a small raid. Something powerful passed through, and the survivors are still trapped in its shadow. The boy's fear does not make him run. Instead, he clings to the hope that a missing girl is still alive somewhere inside the ruined city. That choice changes the rescue from a simple evacuation into a search under deadly pressure. The panda-like warrior questions why the child is still there, but the boy's desperation makes sense. When everyone is running, someone left behind can vanish forever. Traces in the rubble suggest there may still be a path to follow, so the warrior watches, waits, and keeps the child alive as the city continues to crumble. The emotional weight here is simple but sharp. The strongest fighter cannot just defeat a beast. He has to decide whether one frightened child's hope is worth risking more lives. Before the search can become safe, the real threat crashes back into view. A huge dark body, fin, or tail smashes through the ruins and sends shockwaves across the broken settlement. The boy is thrown into danger and, for a moment, his thoughts drift toward death and his mother. The panda-like warrior reaches him and refuses to let that be the end, protecting him and helping him recover enough to realize his injuries are changing. Then the battlefield grows even worse. A giant shadowy monster with glowing red eyes looms over the city, and another fighter warns the child to get away. The icy blue panda-like fighter recognizes the creature as the target he has been seeking, turning the rescue into a hunt. What makes this beat effective is the contrast between survival and responsibility. The world of this manhua is built on evolution, mutation, and power, but the ruined city reminds us that strength matters most when ordinary people are trapped beneath the consequences. The panda-like warrior's role is not just to look impressive against monsters. He becomes the line between a grieving child and a world that keeps taking more from him. The giant beast's arrival also raises the stakes cleanly. The disaster is not finished, and someone has been searching for this creature long enough to make its appearance feel important. That leaves the city in ruins, the child barely saved, and the icy blue fighter finally facing the monster he came to find. Subscribe for the next Chinese manhua recap, because this target looks too massive to be just another wandering beast.